Yet at the same time, in 2009, Bank of America didn't pay a penny in federal taxes. ExxonMobil didn't pay a penny in federal taxes, and Citigroup didn't pay a penny in federal taxes.
Well, how much does BP make a day? Like 62 million a day?
Well, actually, on this point, I interviewed Governor Tim Pawlenty on Saturday.
Oh my goodness!
And he told me, your former governor,
yeah,
that
mercifully he's my former governor.
I actually asked Zed's question. I asked, Bank of America paid nothing in corporate income taxes in 2009. Is that fair? Are they paying their fair share? And he told me that corporate income taxes are too high. And I repeated, they paid nothing. Is that too high? And he said,
they're too high.
They're too high.
So in other words, he's saying we need to pay them.
I suppose.
Because that's the only way we can do any better for them, right? I mean, look, Tim Pawlenty is one of these right-wing ideologues who has a vision for America that is completely inconsistent with the interests of the middle class. He is out there to make sure that the David Kochs of this world, have it their way, right? And their vision has nothing to do with whether you get a Pell Grant. And their vision has nothing to do with they figure they can get water purifiers at their private estates that they're going to be living on. They don't need the EPA, right? And so, if part of the country gets too polluted, they'll just buy somewhere that isn't, right? This is their vision of a completely individualistic society where the rich do whatever they want and no one through government can tell them anything. And remember, in a democratic society, the government is us. So when they say we got to get rid of government, they're saying they got to get rid of us, right? How can the average working person reach up and touch David Koch or Tim Pawlenty? Through the democratic process. We can say, Mr. Koch, we don't care how much money you have. You have to obey the traffic laws. You have to obey the tax laws. You have to obey the environmental laws. You have to do what we say do, even though you have piles of money and we don't have any, because we live in a democratic society. He says, I don't like that formulation. I don't want you to tell me to do anything I don't want to do. If I give any charity, I want it to be because I feel like it. I'm not giving you anything. And so this is who we're in a battle with. And Pawlenty is one of their functionaries. He's operating on their behalf, and he has drank the Kool-Aid. And he's going to get up there in the course of this presidential campaign and tell you all about how his father was a truck driver in South St. Paul. Well, you know what? That was a long time ago, and he has no connection to that anymore. And I can only imagine what he would do to the truck drivers of South St. Paul today. I tell you this, he doesn't want to pay them right. He doesn't want to have them drink clean water. He doesn't want their kids going to college, they can go, but he doesn't want to pay for it. Doesn't really care if they go or not. And so this is the kind of world that Tim Pawlenty would create.